You know how people always tell you to pick one path, one thing, and get really good at it? Well, today we're going to dive into a way of thinking that completely flips that idea on its head. It's all about a powerful new way to go after your goals and build a life you actually love, and it's based on one simple idea: the art of doing. Yeah, we've all heard it, right? Jack of all trades, master of none. It's kind of drilled into us to keep us focused, to stay in our lane. But what if that advice is actually holding us back? The guy behind this whole idea, Jesse Lipscomb, basically says, yeah, I'm going to push back on that hard. No, seriously, just think about that for a second. What if you didn't have to choose between being the artist or the athlete, the entrepreneur or the activist? What if the real secret wasn't about mastering one single thing, but about embracing the art of doing a whole lot of things? And our guide on this journey is Jesse Lipscomb, who is pretty much the definition of a modern polymath. I mean, this guy has acted alongside the legendary Sidney Poitier. He's won NCAA championships, started over 15 companies. Oh, and he's even landed his music on a film soundtrack. He's not just talking about this stuff, he has absolutely lived it. So, how does a person even develop a mindset like this? Well, it wasn't some slow, gradual process. It all came from a single, dramatic moment that changed absolutely everything. Picture this. It's 2007, and Jesse is this elite high jumper with serious Olympic dreams. Then, during a workout, he suffers a TIA, a transient ischemic attack, which is basically a temporary blockage of blood to the brain. And just like that, his athletic career was over. Done. Having his whole career pulled out from under him like that forced a huge shift in his thinking. He realized he'd spent his life running from the fear of failure. Now, suddenly, he had a chance to start running toward the things he actually loved. It was a trade, external pressure for internal passion. So, out of that massive mindset shift came his very first principle. And it's a really simple way to get started on anything, even when you feel like you have no idea what you're doing. Get this, while he was in college, he wrote an entire musical. He had absolutely no experience writing plays, composing music, or doing choreography. But that didn't matter. He just took that first action. That one action created movement, and that movement built into this unstoppable momentum. And this process is so simple, it's beautiful. It all starts with just a little bit of action. That action naturally creates some movement. And that little bit of movement is all you need to kickstart real momentum. It's basically the ultimate cure for procrastination, because it shows you don't need some grand, perfect plan to start. You just have to do something. Okay, so building right on top of that idea of taking action is the next principle. And honestly, this one could be a total game changer for you. It's all about what can happen when you just start saying yes. I mean, just look at the amazing things that happened to him because he said yes. He gets asked if he can ride a horse for a movie. He says yes, with zero experience. He's asked if he has any songs for a soundtrack. He says yes, and then goes home and writes them. He said yes to a humanitarian trip that led him to his future wife. He said yes to an opportunity at a TV station and became a host. Every single yes just threw open a door he didn't even know was there. So you see, yes is way more than just a word. It's the key. It unlocks doors to possibilities you couldn't even imagine, and it might just be the simplest way to spark a passion you never knew you had. All right, time for the final principle, and this is the one that really ties everything together. It's about facing the one thing that's truly holding you back, what he calls your lion. So what is this lion? Well, it's that old failure you can't seem to shake. It's that moment of deep humiliation, or that fear that you just kind of carry around with you. It's that voice that roars inside your head every time you think about doing something you're passionate about, telling you that you're not good enough. Jesse's personal lion came from a musical audition. And get this, it was for The Lion King. He went in totally unprepared, it was a mess, and the judges actually told him he should never sing again. Those words, they just crushed him. They silenced his passion for singing for 7 whole years. So how did he finally slay that lion? Well, he used the exact principles we've been talking about. He got an opportunity that must have been terrifying, singing the national anthem in a stadium filled with 60,000 people. And he said yes. He took that action, faced his fear head on, and in that moment, he reclaimed the passion that had been stolen from him. And that really brings us to the final point, doesn't it?
We all have these lions, these past failures, these fears that whisper doubts in our ear. So the only real question left is this: what is the lion in your life? And what action are you going to take to finally face it?